Hey gang, let's try this again. Uh, oh, uh, Battery's out in the tree. I'll get a new battery at some point. Let's see here. Um, well, in this, the penultimate episode, uh, we open with Alice still in the cabin in the woods where she was killed by Agatha. And she's woken up by Rio. And when she stands up, she sees her desiccated body. And she's very upset about this. She finally broke the curse. She could now live a life. And she's dead. And Rio asks her, "What kind of witch were you?" "Well, I was a protection witch." "And you died protecting another witch." "Oh, well, I didn't think about it that way." So she accompanies Rio into the afterlife, where hopefully she'll be reunited with her mother. But they don't show the afterlife in this cinematic universe, so we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of that. Agatha then runs into Rio on the road, and Rio's very mad at her because she's finally figured out that Agatha was distracting her from paying attention and focusing on Billy, because Billy should not exist. Billy Maximoff was a creation of Wanda's magic, which is outside the bounds of the natural order that she serves. And she can't just kill Billy because he'd just find another body. He has to willingly give himself to Rio. So Agatha makes a deal with her. She'll get Billy to give himself over to her once they've finished the road. And in return, Rio will never come to Agatha again. Even when Agatha dies, Rio will not be there. She will not see Rio looking at her. Okay. Accepted. Well, now Agatha reunites with Billy and Jen. And they end up right back where the road starts, where their shoes are. This doesn't make sense. They've still got a trial to go through, the green trial, which is going to be difficult. They don't have a green witch, but still. Agatha's for continuing down the road. It must be further down. They have to go again. And Billy's like, "Screw it, I'm not playing anymore," and puts his shoes on. At which point he wakes up in a body bag in what looks to be like a sort of morgue type area. And he's in a, hospital type gown. Then Agatha and Jen arrive, same way. This must be the test. And the ceiling is full of lights. And after they're all there, the lights start going out one by one. They have a test. And there's a time limit as always. At this time, we learn that the person that put the holding spell on Jen was actually Agatha. But Agatha's defense is, "I didn't know. They just hired me. It's just a job." But since Jen knows who now cast the spell of holding on her, she binds Agatha's hands and uses the proper incantations to cancel that spell, and her powers come back. And she disappears. Okay. The way out is to get what you want. What's Billy want? He wants his brother Tommy. So Agatha sits down with him and helps him cast his mind out. There's a lot of boys, teenage boys around his age, and they're all doing stupid stuff. And one of them starts drowning. And with Agatha's help, he pushes Tommy into that boy's body. But he's distraught. Is he killing that boy to give Tommy a body? No. Sadly, boys die all the time from being stupid. I think we can all testify to that. But then Billy disappears, and a huge crack appears in the floor with dirt coming up out of it. Well, clock's ticking. Agatha has no idea what to do next. She pulls out her locket and starts looking at the hair, and notices caught in the locket is a dandelion seed with a stem on it. And she gets an idea. Taking some of her own tears as water, she puts that on the seed and puts it in the dirt. Now, if just the lights will hold long enough for her to grow the seed. And she calls out, "I need more time." That'll come into play next episode, I think. Anyway, eventually the dandelion flowers, and a door opens, and the ceiling's starting to collapse. So she runs up the steps and comes out the storm cellar door of her own house. And there's Rio, rather angry at Agatha because they had a deal. But you just can't trust Agatha Harkness. So she starts pummeling her with her powers. And then something knocks Rio back. It's Wiccan, aka Billy Maximoff, in full costume. And he tells Agatha, "Don't take it all," and hits her with his power, which she starts absorbing. And probably because it's Billy, she's able to cut it off before he dies. And then she and Rio have this huge magic battle, but she can't fight death. Death is eternal. Death always wins in the end. They can't destroy her. And Agatha tells Billy she needs to take one of us. I'll go. And Billy immediately jumps in and goes, "I will go with you." Oh, fell right into the trap. Agatha laughs and says, "Never thought I'd get him to do that. Well, deal's a deal. I won't be seeing you again." And she starts to walk off. Billy's distraught and yelling at her, and then she turns around. Goes back to Rio. Now, we learned in episode 1, Agatha said she cannot take Rio's powers because it would kill her. And Agatha gives her this huge, romantic, loving kiss and starts pulling power out of her. And then she dies. But true to Rio's word, Agatha does not see Rio. She sees Billy. And then she turns into a mountain of flowers in her yard. She basically gets buried and flowers pop up. Cool effect. Well, Rio leaves. Billy leaves, where everybody in the neighborhood's staring at him. They were scared because of all the weird colors and the flashes from the powers and everything. That, oh no, we're going to go through this again. Afraid they're going to all be turned into sitcom characters and stuff. But Billy gets in his car and leaves, drives home, changing back into his normal clothes. And his parents are relieved to see him. He's been gone over 24 hours. And what happened to him? And he's like, I can't talk to you right now. And he's very distraught. So they let him go up to his room. And here we see, as he's looking around his room, everything about the road. The characters, the trials, the leaves, the Ouija board, everything has a corresponding item in his bedroom. And he realizes he created the road and the trials and put all of those people in danger and killed several of them. And then we hear Agatha laugh. Boom, cut the credits. Whew. Wow, what an episode. Great magic battle. Been waiting all season for this. You know, flashes and explosions and all that cool stuff. And Agatha has proved herself to be a real conundrum about Billy. She could have just gone off. She fulfilled her part of the bargain, but she saved Billy. Actually, this would be a good spot to stop the season, going into season 2 with aftermath and all that. But nope, we still got one more episode. A lot of twists and turns here. Curious to see where Jen went. There's some great scenes where Rio will turn, and the angle and the lighting, you'll see a skull face, like Lady Death has in the comics. There's a great moment where Billy finds out that Rio is Death, and she'd had a relationship with Agatha, and Agatha just goes, "What can I say? I like the bad boys." Yeah, good episode. Looking forward to the finale. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.